Look, 99% of wholesalers go out here, cold call homeowners, get screamed at every single day, and they're just beating their head against the wall. Now, as somebody that makes a lot of money wholesaling houses, I think it's one of the best strategies out here. But there's a secret literal gold mine out here of simple wholesale deals where the deals are always vacant. The buyers are always looking to buy, and you never really have to comp properties at all. This massive secret, wholesaling vacant land. What I'm going to do today is show you exactly how to start wholesaling vacant land step by step. You have been hand and knee begging me for a wholesaling land video. For some reason, every wholesaler under the age of 19 is convinced wholesaling land is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And wholesaling land's amazing. I use it as like the potatoes to my steak. You know, it's my side piece. You probably don't have as many side pieces as me, if you know what I mean. But all jokes aside, you can make the side piece your main piece, the full meal, by just wholesaling vacant land the right way. And there's plenty of people, that's all they do is wholesale vacant land. And so what I'm gonna do today is show you exactly how to wholesale vacant land, my entire tech stack, and exactly how you can start talking to these type of sellers, getting them sold to the actual developers out here, and some of my ninja secret tactics on how you can wholesale vacant land. Now, most people feel like when it's time to start wholesaling vacant land, it's the same exact process as wholesaling houses. Now, that's true and not true for many things. Now, the first thing about wholesaling vacant land, which you're gonna find is completely different than houses, is you need to find the buyer first. The buyer is gonna be 80% of the deal when it comes to wholesaling land. 20% of the effort, 20% of all your time is gonna be just finding the deals. 80% is gonna be dealing with buyers, building relationships with your cash buyers for land, and actually working on the buy side. Now, with wholesaling regular houses, 80% of your time, effort, and energy is gonna be used towards finding the deal. 20% on the dispo. It's field of dreams, build it, and they will come. Land is a lot more different. And so the first fundamental thing we gotta do is find buyers for our vacant land. But before we get into that, we gotta understand this too. Is there any crazy fundamental difference between wholesaling a house and wholesaling a piece of land? The answer is no, okay? Like the way deeds are written in the United States of America in every single city in the United States, wholesaling somebody's house and wholesaling a piece of land is fundamentally the same legal rights with a deed. Now there's things like easements, access, water, septic, sewer, all these things. But honestly, I'm just gonna make it really simple for you, right? Like I can make this stupid advanced and go into the easements and the tax codes and zoning and all this stuff. I'll be straight up with you. That's not really your problem. What I basically mean by this is you're gonna go out here and ask your cash buyers, right, your land developers, what type of land they're looking to buy. Then you're like a waiter at Cracker Barrel. You're gonna take their order, go in the kitchen, start cooking, and then provide what they asked for. So if you have a developer that is only looking to buy areas in Orlando, like the city of Orlando, you are gonna go market to quarter-acre lots and half-an-acre lots in Orlando. Now, they might say, I only want single-family zoning. Whoa, what zoning? How does that work? I'm gonna show you exactly all that stuff today. But really, the nitty-gritty of easements, perk tests, the type of perk you're used to if you're listening to a lot of rap. It's a little actually different. It's about septic systems. Yes, sexy and nice. You don't really need to worry about that. Like I know all this stuff because I've wholesaled a lot of houses, but really it's gonna be none of your concern, like at all, because the cash buyer is gonna be handling all that stuff. You just provide the contract and see if they want to buy it. So let's break down exactly how to start finding the buyer, and then we can go out here and find the deal. So to find cash buyers for vacant land, you are going to need to use amazing software. Now the software of my choice is XLeads, because at XLeads, you get all the data, you get a CRM, you get a dialer, texting, e-signing, all that stuff. I'm assuming you're into wholesaling vacant land because you're doing this virtually. And even if you're not virtual, you're going to have to be virtual for wholesaling vacant land, and you're gonna need an e-signing service. Most e-signing services are 30, 40, 50 bucks a month. XLeads has it absolutely for free. But let's go out here and find some buyers for our vacant land deals. And so if you're getting started with the software, I'll go to the leads tab right here on XLeads. Remember, the software is xleads.com. So let's say we're gonna go out here and we're gonna wholesale land in Kansas City, Missouri. So all we're gonna do is go to Kansas City, Missouri, and here's the little city right here. And this is where we're gonna wholesale land. So we go out here and wholesale land in Kansas City, Missouri. All you're gonna do is go to the filters tab. You're then gonna go scroll all the way down to where it says property types. And then you're just going to put land right there. Simple as that. So you're gonna put land right there. Now, depends on the lot. So remember, land is divided by how big or small the piece of land is. And so I would say a quarter acre, 0.25 acres is the minimum. Then the max is gonna be half an acre. You can go all the way up to an acre, really depends, but most buyers buy in this type of sizing. Then you're gonna scroll all the way up. You're going to click cash buyers. You can have the basic plan, the pro plan, or the X plan on this. You can do all this stuff. And then we're gonna scroll down, you're gonna scroll all the way down here to last sale date. Let's do the past 3 months. And what's gonna happen is all the cash sales on vacant land is going to pop up right there. Now you're gonna see all the transactions gonna be right here. Looks like we actually got to expand this to Jackson County. So, all right, we're gonna do the county here. So all the cash transactions for land is gonna be right here. And the really cool part is you're gonna find a lot of builders in this area. So for example, you got Weeks Trust, you got Benjamin Horn. These are all developers right here, which is really cool. You're gonna find Encore Building Company and all these things. So if you click on one of these properties right here, all the owner's info is gonna have their info right there. You can go and look at another buyer right here. For example, looks like Gary Kearns Home Builders LLC. I mean, if that guy's not a home builder, we're screwed. You click that right there and his info is gonna pop up right here. All skip traced right there. We got some nice commercial skip tracing. So that is a legit home builder. Not a home builder that's, oh, maybe this guy's looking to be a home builder. Not like this guy's legit buying properties and then building upon it. Now, another thing you can do is just search Kansas City, Missouri home builders. And what you're gonna find is all the home builders in the area on Google are gonna be right here. What's really cool is you can go to like Inspired Homes. They look like they're kind of more corporate, but if you go to website right here, you're gonna go to the contacts and then scroll all the way down to not sales, but the corporate office, which is this number right here. What you're gonna do is you're gonna call them and ask to speak to their acquisitions department. When you speak to their acquisitions department, those are gonna be the people who are in charge of finding new land to buy. See if they buy from wholesalers and see what their buy box is. Once you get their buy box, they're gonna tell you, I'm looking for quarter acre lots, half an acre lots in Kansas City. And then from there, you're gonna go pull a list. So let's go back here and actually pull a vacant land list. If you go to Kansas City, we have 183,000 properties right here. So what we're gonna do is go to filters, scroll down to just land right here. And then from there, you got the land. You got 1,600 parcels of land. We're only gonna do quarter acre lots to half an acre a lot. And we're gonna be roughly 419. Then one secret thing I like to do is I like the ownership. I want them to own the land for at least 5 years. Some people say 3 years, some people say 4. I'd say 5 is decent. And you're gonna find these lists aren't massive. That's the thing about some areas, that they're not as big as you think. Now, Houston, Dallas, Texas, Atlanta are gonna be pretty massive, but it's a pretty small list. That's why when you're wholesaling land, you're gonna have to do at least 5 counties. It's always my rule, 5 counties. If you do not do 5 counties, you're gonna be screwed. Like I would do Kansas City, Missouri. I'd do probably St. Louis, Missouri, Springfield, probably one more metro market. I'd probably do Tulsa, Oklahoma, and then I'd probably get in like Shreveport, Louisiana. It's like more niched out markets for land. And I'd be going all over the country doing this. Because if you can go find like 5 legit home builders that buy from wholesalers every single week in a new county, then you can go attack that area. The problem is, at most for a county, you could probably get 1,000 leads, maybe 2,000 leads. And if you're texting 1,000 sellers a day, you need like 30 dang markets every single month, which is insane. And so that's the biggest problem with wholesaling vacant land. Like there's just not enough lists. Now everyone wants to say, oh, but you need to filter it out more. You gotta do info lots and this and that. Okay, whoa, bro. If a list of all the vacant parcels that are half an acre or to a quarter acre is only 1,000 in the average county, why are we gonna filter that out even more, right? Like there's already enough competition with land sometimes. You kind of just want to spray and pray sometimes. And it's what wholesaling real estate's all about, right? So you got right here, pull the list. What I would do is most wholesalers do this is they just text the list. Now, instead of X leads, if you go to our automation tab, we already have an SMS land blaster workflow with the bulk drips. I'd probably just do it with that. And that's how I'd be doing it. Now, it usually costs about 1 penny per text to do this. This is by far the easiest way to start wholesaling land. Now, the other half of what you can do is just start pulling the list and cold calling them. I use the X leads dialer. That's what I prefer. And that's one of the best ways to get deals is by calling and texting land. I mean, all the big land guys that are making way more money than me wholesaling land. I mean, not many people are making more money than me wholesaling houses. There are some guys making more money than me wholesaling land. All they do is preach about texting vacant land deals. Now, some are calling. I got most of my deals from calling vacant land, but you can call and text and probably do like 500 to 1,000 texts a day and about 500 calls a day. You'll be well on your way to success wholesaling land. Now, how does this whole process work right when you lock up the deal? Pretty dang simple. They want to sell their property. Say, hello, yes, I'm looking to sell my land. Hey, my name is Zach. I'm looking to buy some land in the area. I work with a lot of developers and we're looking to buy your lot. Tell me more about the property. And then you kind of get in a conversation. I prefer our MCTP approach, which is when you're talking to somebody who wants to sell their piece of land, motivation, condition, time frame, price. Again, M, motivation. Why are they looking to sell the piece of land? C, the condition. What's going on with the land? Is it vacant, just sitting there? T, time frame, when they're looking to sell the land, and price, what price they're looking to sell it for. Now, if you want to get more into the zoning of land and how all that stuff works, when you pop up a property inside of X Leads, especially if it's a vacant land, you're going to see the type. It's going to say home type, vacant land. If you scroll down, it'll show the school district and the zoning if it's zoned. So this property isn't zoned, so it won't show it. The parcel ID number and the lot size is going to be right here in the legal description and all the property taxes and info you need to know. Now, if you look at this property in Florida, the zoning here is RS-3, which you might be like, Zach, can you tell me the exact zoning for every little coordinate? Okay, I'm not a wholesaling land nerd. I'm not the expert on every single zoning thing out there. One thing I will tell you is if you copy and paste it, I know for a fact that this is for single family. If you just press Google search and search what the zoning is, zoning RS-3 is going to be residential single family for certain municipalities for low density housing. That basically means this is for higher end, larger lot sizes. Again, they're all kind of different. Most cities have their own little zonings. So there's A1, there's B2, but usually R with anything is about residential single family. Now it can do multiple family like RM30, but more or less they're going to have their own little jurisdictions. ChatGPT is awesome for it, but usually there's R, it's usually for residential, not commercial. Now, a lot of wholesalers like, Zach, this piece of land, it's zoned for commercial. That means the new Trump Tower is going to be built upon it. I'm going to probably get $17 million for this thing because zoning is the most valuable thing in this entire world. And you're mistaken, bro. I'll be straight up with you. It's actually not that complicated to go move from residential to commercial to residential in pretty much anywhere town in the United States. Now, if we're talking about like downtown or the city of Houston or right by like a Chicago Bears stadium, you can pretty much move in between residential and commercial as long as it's not like in like a residential neighborhood, right? You're not gonna maybe put a Popeyes right next to 17 houses in a cul-de-sac, okay? You're also not gonna be able to put a house probably between a Starbucks and a Taco Bell. So the big secret is you can call the zoning department and roughly see if you can get your zoning changed or not, and you can do it without even owning the property. But just understand if something's zoned commercial or they're zoned mixed use or zoned multifamily, the thing's already gonna be worth quadrillion dollars. Most builders and developers are experts at building and developing real estate, and that stuff, they know way more than you. They have the lawyers, the legal power, and the manpower to go out here and do it. So I'm telling you right now, do not try to oversell your properties. If you have a land that's locked up and their buy box is this, just sell it to them for that. My favorite thing about wholesaling land is a buyer might be like, I'll pay 40 grand for a quarter acre. You lock up the quarter acre lot for 10, you make 30, repeat. You don't try to oversell or negotiate for every single lot. If that's where they're at, that's what you do. So the process is you lock up the piece of land, e-sign with X Leads, and then you call back the builder, say, hey, you want a quarter acre lot in the zip code? I got it locked up. Why don't you go see it? They see it, they're great, sign the assignment, wholesale it, repeat. Simple as that. So that's my little crash course today on wholesaling vacant land. Really as simple as it seems. You gotta be able to find the buyers first and then lock up the deals and market to them the correct way. Calling, texting is the best one. And make sure you're consistent in your marketing and you will have success wholesaling vacant land. Guys, if you got any value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.